All right, good evening, everybody. This is the RM King Trader. We're going to be going straight to the chart to see how the assets have been behaving so far. Now, if you have not really gone through the structure videos, go through them again. Sometimes we might have forgotten. You can go through them, get the picture of how I see the market, basically, from the YouTube channel. That's how I see the market. Everybody see the market differently, but if you can see the market the way you want to see it, the better you trade. So I see the market according to what I've been teaching us over time. So I'm going to be going to the chart now so that, okay, let me go to the chart. All right, so this is the chart. Yeah, this is the chart. I hope you can see my screen, right? Can we see my screen?
Yes, sir. You can see.
All right. Okay. All right. Let me start my analysis from higher time frame. This is C crash 300. So what am I seeing from weekly? Basically, weekly is still very much a strong sell. Very much a strong sell considering this. So this low has been broken. Everything here is seriously a downtrend. So I don't need to stress myself. Let me go to daily. Let me see what daily is doing. All right. This is daily. You don't need to pay attention to everything. Just look for recent price moves and then just take them as they are. All right. So this is the daily high. Let me zoom on it. All right. So that's the daily high. And then for me, I was expecting that price breaks above so that I can have a chance at longing this asset. But then price didn't close. Although if you're using a body to body strategy, price has closed above, and then we are looking for buy setups. Yeah. So when I saw this, I was somehow skeptical and I thought price would go more to the downside. Then I went to check H4. So follow me closely. You need to know how to read all these time frames and then know how to take advantage of them. All right. So when I check H4, I saw that, okay, H4, this eye has been taken out on H4. So I felt more comfortable. So I was looking at areas where, okay, if I want to buy, assuming I want to buy, where will I be looking for buys from? Then I realized that, okay, after this imbalance has been filled, the imbalance here, yeah, which zone is next? So this zone is a possible buy zone, and then I know this zone here also is a possible buy zone. That's if I want to buy. Anyway, for those that are looking for buy on this asset, those are the two zones I can buy from. Those are the two zones I can buy from. So if I see a lower time frame confirmation on those two zones, I would have taken it. Although I'm buying this asset already, I'm buying it already. Now, basically because of this M15 break of structure, this is what propelled me to buy within my H4 zone. So I don't know how long this will last, but I think it should go a little bit, forward. Let's see what we can get from it. Although this is not 100%, everything is probability. So as it is now, I'm buying this with minimum risk anyway. Also, bear in mind that there is liquidity. This asset created liquidity below here. So this is equal low. So there's a high tendency that price will come and clear this equal low, but we don't know when. Don't be deceived by, okay, it has to clear it, and you miss out on few opportunities, but we don't know when. It can come down and just clear this place. Like I said before, manage your risks very well. So this is what I'm looking at. Those are the two zones. But in my mind, seriously, in my mind, I know that this asset is supposed to go more to the downside. In fact, clearing the recent low here, it has to clear this low here. That's what I feel. It has to clear this low here because there's still liquidity there too. Let me show you. So there's still liquidity there. So I expect price to come there and clear. So that's the liquidity there. Equal lows, plenty. 1, 2, 3. So price should come here and clear it. But we don't know when also. So if price kept coming down like this, then I will not be buying. I will not be buying at all around here because I think price will want to clear that zone and then continue buying. So that's that about this. So I believe you understand this one. So focus on your zones, and secondly, focus on lower time frame, what they call it, entries. So when you see a lower time frame confirmation around your zones, then you can be possibly take the buy. But for now, my mind is still telling me, according to what I'm seeing on the chart from daily, that this asset might just continue selling. So let's hope for the best. But this asset is a good sell trend. It's having a good sell trend. So if you want to do anything on this asset that has to do with buy, this is just a retracement. So the buy, any buy, no matter how many days it takes, no matter how many weeks it takes, it's still a serious buy retracement on weekly. So it's going to be a retracement on weekly for this asset. So that's that about this asset. That's all I can see for now on this asset. Okay. All right. So that's what I can see on this asset for now. All right. So let me go to another asset so that we can let me go to B300. All right. B300 has been doing whatever it wants to do, and I'm not really concerned yet, and I'm not even looking at because I know some persons currently want to sell the asset. Possibly it might sell, but it's going to be a short sell. Yeah, I think I've done this analysis when the year began, and this is a very serious long buy. I was looking at this. Let me just mark the top range and the down range. So I was looking at this based on daily anyway. So I was looking at this, and then that's the high range. So I was looking at price coming back to this zone here. I wanted price to come and retest a zone around here. Okay, so price coming back, and also look when you look to the left, you discover that price cleared liquidity around the zone I just marked. So that's that. So because of liquidity and structure broke to the downside, I've explained this early this year when we have okay, ending of last year, sorry, when we have our call. So what I'm expecting is that price goes back to that green zone and then we start selling from there. So, but for now, you can take advantage of the buy. I missed the buy that I was supposed to take, so I missed it here. So if this continues, then we might continue to see more buys to the upside. So I was supposed to enter around here. That's where I wanted to enter, like for the sake of liquidity grab and others. But I did not take the trade. I sold, although I sold around here, but it was a short scalp. I took very fast, but this is in the long run a buy. So I'm waiting for price to close above this high to confirm my new range. So if price closed above this high, then I'll confirm my new range above. So then I will start looking for buy around the zone below. So this is very much a buy. If I'm doing anything on this asset now, I'm going to be buying. I'm going to be buying to the upside unless H4, H1 break structure to the downside. So as soon as they break structure to the downside, I'm going to take advantage of a sell. But in as much as they are like this, I'm looking for more buys to the upside. So onto this zone. So as soon as price gets to this zone, I'm shorting it. I'm selling downward. So that's that about this asset. B300 settled. So B500. Let me attend to this last. I think I'm still in one trade on this asset. I'm coming. Sorry, please. Let me. All right. I'm still on one. Yeah, my entry is still there on that asset. All right. Let me just go to C500 quickly. Now, we miss a very sweet sell on C500. I don't know. It missed my limit for a sell. Well, and that's fine. And it started selling. But then the goal is that, okay, price comes here. I've marked this out for us. H4 structure has been broken. So we are looking at price coming down to this place so that we can start longing the asset. We can start buying. So if price gets there, I will buy. I will definitely buy because structure has broken to the upside on H4. Structure is a buy on H4. So structure broke there on H4. Although I was first of all looking at this place, but I wasn't convinced. I didn't feel a conviction around this place. So I'll be looking downward for my entry to the upside. So just put your focus down. So if there's anything I will be doing on this asset, I will just be patient because already this asset should have done 50% retracement on H4. Yeah, so it has done 50% retracement. So you have to be very careful. Where price is currently now, price can also as well reverse to the upside and start buying. But then we hope that it doesn't. So let's see what price do within that zone, and that is what we decide whether we buy around that zone or we continue shorting the asset. So this is that about this. So my own focus is at this zone. I want price to come here. I'll be very happy if price comes here. But then when if I see anything like lower time frame confirmation around this zone, I'm going to take it for a buy. I'm going to take this for a buy. So that's that. That's that. B1000. All right. B1000 has been moving anyhow. It has been doing a lot of movement. I think I short this asset. I was trailing my stop loss, came back for break even, and then I rest. So I rest on this asset. So what am I expecting? Now, most of the people are expecting a buy to the upside, but me, I'm not, because I'm seeing this liquidity. This is the major reason why I'm holding the sell I entered since last year. It's almost 6 months or 7 months now. So um, I'm seeing that liquidity there. So I'm not convinced that this asset really, if it's want to buy, it will not buy for long. What this asset will do is this. One of my students sent me this. It's also an admin. He said, okay, this is liquidity. So price created that liquidity just to come to this place. So this is where I will be selling this asset here. So if you see me selling, that's where I'll be selling. So don't disturb yourself too much. Sell from that side. So if I'm selling from here downward, then I'll be targeting the liquidity below. That's just what I would do. Although there are ways to take short on this asset. So this green zone is where I am selling from. That green zone is where I'll be selling from. All right. Okay, I believe it's clear also. Can we hear me? Are we hearing me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's
Okay.
1K.
What?
Still 1K, sir.
Yes, I will go through all the asset, the major asset, the ones I see clearly. The ones I cannot see clearly, I will just tell you, okay, later on. All right, so let's go to C1000. Let's see what it's doing. All right, on C1000, C1000 is coming from a very important zone. Now, most of the time, I always tell you see, smart money does not care where you place your, what do they call it? Where you place your stop loss, where you place your entry, what you are using, whatsoever. They don't care. This is the institutional candle that push price downward, stopping everybody out and then going upward. I saw this early this morning. Anyway, I saw this buy, but I did not take it. I didn't take it because I felt the stop loss is too wide for me. If I would now enter here and then put my stop loss here, that's about 53 pips. Now, no, I cannot afford that. So because I cannot afford that, I did not take the trade. So now, but it's coming from a very important zone, and most of the persons are looking to short this asset. I told one of my students, don't short the asset, just wait a bit, because this is a retracement on daily. And somehow I trust that if it is a retracement on another time frame, it should get to 50%. And within that place, the place price is reversing from, there's no zone there, there's nothing there, no reason whatsoever why it's reversing there. Although structural points, or persons will call it structural point, but that's not the way I trade structural point anyway. So this one is not good for me to sell. So I would rather be looking for buy into this imbalance here. So I'll be looking for buy into this imbalance there. So if price is going to buy to that place, and then we'll start looking for sell to the downside. So for me, this is where I'll be looking for sell, because I trade zones. I'll be looking for sell there. So I'll be looking for sell around here, this zone. So I'm waiting for price to come there, and then let's start shorting to the downside. So I believe C1K is clear now. Hello. I hope you can still hear me.
C1K is
Oh,
very clear.
all right. So that's what I expect from this asset. So don't anybody that want to sell it, yes, you can sell, but for a short time anyway. So if you're asking me where should you buy from, I would say here. So buy from here, although the tendencies of price coming back here is very light or very little, but yeah, that's a more appropriate place to buy because price cleared liquidity to the downside and then started popping up. So you can take that institutional candle and start buying from it. So I think that's just that. I'll also mark this out. So it's nothing big deal. So I'll be doing that. I'll be buying around that place. So wait for spikes into that green zone and then start buying. All right. So I think I've done justice to this. But remember, the buy is a retracement. The buy is a retracement, and the reason why I'm buying this asset is because please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. All right. So the reason why I'm buying this asset is so that I will take the retracement to the zone above. All right. So C1000 is over. All right. So that's that. Sorry about that. I have to. The mic is giving a feedback, so I have to mute him. Okay. So that's that about C1000. So let me go to VIX10. All right. So this is VIX10 daily. Now daily is already a sell. Weekly is a buy. All right, because this is my weekly broke here. So weekly is still very much a valid buy. So we are just waiting for all the time frames to align for a buy so that we can start longing this asset. So if all the time frames get set for a buy, then we start longing this asset. So that's that about that. Now daily is saying sell. So all right. So daily is saying sell, and then daily has a zone around here. I know most of the persons are looking to buy around here. Yeah, you can buy around there, but for me, I don't know. I won't buy there except I see a very strong confirmation on lower time frame. A very strong confirmation on lower time frame. And if price keeps going down, the tendency of price buying from here is very slim. So the fact is, if price keeps going down the way it's going and it gets here, there's a large tendency that that place will get broken. Why? Because um, because there are no imbalances around here that price had to come to. I was looking for institutional candles also, I cannot see anyone. So all this place like this is just a place where price will come and easily clear them. So someone showed me H1 break of structure and retest all right here, but I wasn't really convinced about the move here. In fact, it didn't even okay, no, here. All right. So that was the break of structure and retest, but I don't trust it. In fact, this is if I see this place get broken, I might consider a buy. That's if I see that place get broken, I might consider a buy, but I doubt if it will break it. I doubt if it will break it. So for now, we are expecting a buy because the weekly is a buy structure, so we are anticipating buys. So if you want to buy, wait for this eye to get broken to the upside, boom, and as soon as it get broken, wait for a retest. Wait for a retest to the downside, and then start buying. So if I see that now, then I will buy. But if that did not happen, that means we are continuing the sell downward. So let me see daily. Yeah, we'll be continuing the sell downward. Yeah, we'll continue the sell for a long time. So let's see what happens from this current zone and the other zone. So let's see what happens there. So if you see H1 break of structure and then the retest, just take it. Take the retest to this this black candle here. I know some of you, the candle will be red. So if you see price around there after breaking this high on H1, then you can buy. So I'll be more comfortable to buy when I see that. So that about that. So, but for now, that asset is still selling. And if you want to know when to sell from, where to sell from, you sell from here. So sell from here. That's where to sell from. Yeah, that's where to sell from. Sell continuation. But I will not be selling this because it's at a zone for buy. So I will not be shorting this yet unless I see a clear structure, a clear one, even if it's not that clear. So there's a tendency that price might move up. But then let me clear this. If price breaks this place I just marked, this H1 zone, this is where you should expect price to come to. So this is where you should expect price to come to. So price will come there and then start shorting. So I'm expecting after breaking that, I'll buy to this place and short from there. So that's where I will start selling from. That's where I will start selling from. So that's it. So that's that. So that's liquidity. Price comes up like this. Let me show you. Price comes up, break that high, you wait for a retest, then you long, you buy it up to this place. It's not trend line retest though. Before you say I call trend line, it's the other block on lower time frame I'm talking about. Wait for the lower time frame other block and then enter from there and start buying. So that's that about this asset. So that's what I expect. If it breaks structure, then it will have to clear the liquidity, the dynamic liquidity that I just marked. All this dynamic liquidity has to be cleared, and then it will clear all this premium and then come to this zone before starting to sell. So that's what I expect on this asset for now. So let me go to VIX 10x. All right. The last time I spoke about VIX 10x, I said we should look for a sell around here. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I said. And price didn't come there. Instead, price came to retest a candle that belonged to institutions around here. Let me see. Yeah, price came here. Always be aware and be at alert of institutional candle. So was that the place? I think this was the place, this one. Yeah, price came there and started shorting. I didn't look downward. If I'd looked downward, I would have seen that. So institutional candle was there, and then boom, price came there and started selling down. So price has been selling. So where do we expect price to sell to? Let me check quickly. Okay, based on daily and weekly, people want price to come here, and I also want price to come there too. So price should sell to this place. So you should be looking for more sell opportunities to the downside. So sell should happen around here, this area here. So sell should continue from there. That's what I'm seeing anyway. So sell should continue from there and then go to the downside. Now, well, a lot of persons will be talking about, imbalances above. Fine, there are imbalances above, but I just want to take this higher time frame structure, seriously. So I expect price to come there and then start shorting to the downside. So that's what I expect from price. And you see that on daily self is even an imbalance. There's an imbalance around that place. So wow, it's just a good alignment self. So let's see what happens as the week runs. All right, so this is what I expect. All right, I will be showing us and be telling us what's next. All right, so this is step index. temp index is on its own level. Yeah, it's on its own level. Now I saw this break of structure. That's what I saw. So I wanted price to sell. I'm expecting, no, not that I wanted. I'm expecting price to sell. So where am I looking at for sell entries? For me, uh, people want this imbalance to get filled, or they see the reaction around this imbalance before they enter, which is okay. But I'll be looking for zones above. I'm coming H1. All right, I'll be looking for zones above, basically. I'm looking for, if anything happens within that zone, I'm fine, but I'll be looking for zone here, this place here. So this is where I'll be looking for entries. So that place, that's where I'll be looking for entries. Yeah. So that's where I'll be looking for entries. That's the only imbalance that was there. And the place is a very good zone. So if you see price around here, you see lower time frame confirmation, you can actually short it. So if that did not work, then we'll be looking at this place, this whole place. So that's that. But this lower one is supposed to be more valid anyway for a sell continuation. So I'll be looking there for sales. All right. So I'm expecting sell to the downside based on higher time frame order flow. Higher time frame order flow. All right. So I still expect a sell to the downside anyway. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, fam. So that's that about step VIX 25. All right. One of my students posted this in the group, and I doubt if anybody took it, but there's no problem. You should enjoy yourself. And I think most of the students are looking around here for buy continuation for certain reasons. Well, so they wanted price to come to this area where liquidity was grabbed, and then they will start buying. So I think I've marked this long time ago. For maybe in one of my accounts, I have a limit here. So that's where they are expecting price to get to before they start buying. So take note. If you want to buy, the buy is a retracement. The longer trend is a sell. And then, yeah, this sell, unless it breaks that green zone, we are still buying from there. So that's where we'll be buying from. But how do they take this? How did my student took this? I did not take it because I don't trade this asset. I don't trade this asset. So this is it. Now let me show you what he did. Now I remember I explained what he saw and others in the group, and nobody was asking questions and others. So he saw this daily structural point. That's the daily structural point. And then he went to each one to confirm, and he saw break of structure around the structural point, and boom, he's inside. He just waited for price to come here and then start shorting. So that's what he did. So, and he has been shorting. I know someone took it. Maybe the person that posted it didn't even take it, but someone took it and they are shorting till now. So if you are shorting, as soon as it's getting to this, what do they call it? This green rectangle, start, making your way out of the trade. But for now, congratulations to those that took it. Onto this green zone, then we start buying to the upside as full retracement. Well, it might not even buy itself, but let's hope that that happened, because imbalance on weekly have been filled. So imbalance on the weekly is already filled. So let's see what happens, Sha. This green zone is a major focus. You can check lower time frame for any form of entry. Yeah, that's 25x. Yeah, 25x. It's going to go more to the upside. Sorry, it's going to go up more to the upside. So we'll be expecting more rally to the upside, yeah, to around here. Let me just mark this place first. to around this place. So as soon as price gets there, I'll be looking for lower time frame confirmation. So where will I be looking at taking my trade from? Okay, if I want to buy, where will I be taking the buy from? So I'll go to is H1, H4. Let's use H4. Okay. There are no areas where there is liquidity grab, but this zone is valid because it's another block. So that zone is where I'll be waiting for price to come to before I start buying. And there's imbalance above it. So I'll wait for price to come there and then I will buy. So you can go to M5 for confirmation if you want to buy this VIX25X. I think it will help us buy well. Okay, so VIX50. All right, like I said before on VIX50, I've said it when the year began, and I'm still saying it again. I told us that price broke this high here on weekly. You should already know that we are doing something, price broke that place. So on weekly, we are looking at this zone here. So price should at least get to this zone. I told us we will be selling down. So on weekly, price should get here. But on daily is giving us another distance. So daily is saying we should buy from here. So daily is saying we should buy from here. So we're going to be using lower time frame to confirm these two zones. So as soon as price get to these two zones, you should go to your lower time frame, time frame for entry, and then take this trade to the upside. So we are anticipating an up move, but for now, all these sales are retracement, blah, 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 blah. Let's see what happens in those two zones. So bear that in mind. So those two zones are very important for a buy continuation. So I'm looking for buy continuation on this asset. So VIX 50X. Okay. VIX 51S has been doing mighty. Yeah, I told us that we were going to sell. I remember the video is still in the group. It's the last video I dropped. It's in the group. I dropped it there. So price is going to start selling. I told us it's going to sell. So boom, price started selling. So let's go to H4. Let's see what we expect from price. Price has broken H4 structure. All right. So price broke H4 structure. Like I always tell you, see it. Price broke H4 structure, and then price broke structure again to the downside. Although I was expecting liquidity grab and others. Let me see whether it's liquidity also. I'm coming. Let me see whether it's liquidity. All right. All right, that place is relative liquidity, so I might not be looking at that place for a sell. So I'll be looking up. I'll be looking up above for a sell. I'll be looking up here for a sell. This is what I'll be looking up to for a sell. This one looks relatively like liquidity. So when you this place liquidity, then we come to this zone and then we start selling. So that's what I see on this asset. So this asset is still on the sell trend. So price comes back to this zone and then it starts selling. So we expect a rally to the upside a bit and then we start selling to the downside. All right, VIX75. All right, Mr. Maker has dropped VIX75 now. So if you are interested, you can go check it out. Based on monthly, there is imbalance. Then weekly, there is imbalance also on weekly. So this is the weekly range. This is the high and the low is the low. So let me see monthly. All right, so monthly is also having the same high. So let's check daily. All right, daily is still far. See where daily high is. So for me to confirm that this retracement is certain and is sure, I'll wait for that high to be broken. This daily high, I'll wait for it to be broken. Although it's still a very significant pace to sell. So I'm looking at that place to say I think I have limit there. I'm not sure, but I'm looking for price to sell from there. So price should sell from here. So if price breaks to the upside, then we can start looking for buys, more buys. I will look for more buys until it get to weekly zone. So when it gets to weekly zone is when I will start looking for sell again. But if daily breaks that high, then if price break the daily high, sorry, then I'm buying. I'm buying, seeing balances here. So you can start selling from here or start selling from here. Although there's imbalance above, so find a way to do that. So these are the two places for sell continuation. So those are the things I hope for on this asset. So that's VIX 75. So wait, be patient with the market. Don't rush it. Just wait patiently for the market. It will bring what you need for you. All right. So let me go to VIX 75X. There's nothing much on VIX 75X. We are looking for more deep, more sales on VIX 75X, but it doesn't mean it will not retrace. The last class I had, I told you price was going to sell from here, and it did. So yeah, I said it's going to sell from here, and it did. So I'm coming daily. Wow. So let's check weekly. Weekly zone is here. So we are going to be buying from this zone here. So we're expecting price to come there. So price will still be selling within this time, and it's going to be selling downward to that weekly zone. Okay. So now what do we have on daily? Daily is a sell. Daily is still selling. So we're expecting price to come here. Based on daily, we expect price to come to this zone and we start selling. So I'm expecting price there so that I can start selling. So I'm coming. I want to check whether it's not. It's not. So that's where I'll be expecting price to come to anyway. So let's hope that price does us good. So as soon as price gets there, we start selling everything there is. So when the buy opportunity comes, I'm going to post it so that we can take advantage of it, everyone. So that's that. All right, VIX 100. The last class I told us to sell this asset. Most of us didn't, so there's no problem. I remember drawing a trend line like this, and I told you, okay, no, it's in the mentorship group. Okay, it's in the mentorship group, not in the general group. And I told you it's going to sell after the read. I shall said a lot of things. Although I don't trade like this, but I know I have a normal retail, a basic retail strategy, kind of stuff. So I know that it was going to sell. So what do we expect on this asset so that we'll talk less and blah blah blah. We get what we want to get. So I'm expecting price to come here. So I'm expecting price to come to that zone so that we can start selling. So wait for price around that place to start selling. I know some persons will be saying, okay, can't we buy? Can't we buy? Buy is just risky for now. Buy is a very risky something to do. So buy is a very risky stuff to do. See, monthly has broken. Monthly structure also has broken. So I don't know where this asset is heading to, but I know that one day it will still buy. So that's that. So price has broken monthly for a sell. How much more? Daily, all of them. Weekly, all of them have broken for a sell. So let's hope that that place hold price. So that's that about that. So let me go to VIX 100X. All right. So for those that are still having their doubts, I missed this. I wanted to sell it, but I missed it. You have your doubt about what I thought about structural point. It always happen. It always occur. There is no stress about it. That's my structural point. Price came to retest it. Go to M15. Is M15 because it's H4. Go to M15. See break of structure. No stress. No stress. I've done this over and over. That's break of structure. Entry around here, and then you start selling. So this is the entry at the other block, then you start selling. So I missed it. I was a bit distracted when it happened. So this is what I have in mind. So price will continue selling down. Yeah, it might even take the low, but for now price should sell to the downside currently now on VIX 100x. Yeah, price should sell to the downside. Let's hope that price continue its sell move to the downside. So which other opportunities in the market? Yeah, you can be targeting this place for re-entry. So if you want to sell, target that place for re-entry, and then be trailing your stop loss. Be trailing your stop loss. I don't know how deep the buy retracement is going to go, but trail your stop loss whenever you are selling this asset. So just trail your stop loss with it. So I expect more sell to the downside. Thank you. All right. Which other asset? I think I've done justice to everything that is on this. All right. So this is B500. I said I wanted to show us something. Okay. Now I knew that this asset wants to sell. Basically, when I saw this structure here, I saw this structure breaks. I know that it was going to sell. Even the zone below will not be able to hold it. Now, I was looking for more reasons to actually sell. I wanted to see more reasons to sell. So I was looking around and then I saw this. I saw a flag pattern. I don't really trade flag pattern, but there's a way I look at flag pattern so that I can trade it or add it to my confluence in trading smart money. So I saw this. In fact, I cannot tell you how many times I've sold this within this consolidation alone. I've I've really taken advantage of it today. Now, when you see this thing here, you should always go to lower time frame to mark structure so that you can get accurate entry. Already, I've confirmed. Sorry, I've confirmed that this thing is going to sell. I've confirmed because structure, H1 structure broke again, and then I saw this. So what I just did was I went to M30. First of all, I saw this. So I was just trying to find a good way to enter this. So I saw this. When I saw it, I took an entry here. I sold here. I'm still in this sell anyway. I'm selling from here. I'm still selling. So I'm still holding it. Now, price continue breaking structure. So I saw this one too broke. So this broke. When I saw this broke, I just saw there's a zone around here. Okay, so there's a zone around there. So that zone was what I use as another re-entry. So I'm still selling this asset, and this asset has to go about 50 pips or so to the downside before it will do anything. It has to go about 45 to 50, 60, 45 to 50, 60 downward before it start doing anything. That's just rule of what they call it, flag patterns, basically. But I'm going to do a video on flag patterns so that you can be able to accurately NS flag patterns when you see them. Although it's not every time flag pattern works, but if you can mix it with structure within, you're going to really enjoy it. So you're going to really enjoy it. So let me go to okay, I think that's that about this asset. That's what I can say on this instrument basically. So yeah, I'm still looking at selling it for a while. So let's hope that it plays out and let's hope that we get what we can get. So I don't know whether there's any question. I don't want to talk too much tonight so that we can go and sleep. Is there any question? All right. So since there's no question, I assume that we are doing fine. We are okay with the analysis. Um, wow, we are many. I don't know. So, but please, I will send the video. I will also make the analysis again and then screenshot it and post it into the group. I will do it either tonight or midnight, one of the time. I'm going to do it and post it into the group. Now, first of all, what you need to do is that don't take my word for it. Like I always say, there are a lot of posting. You don't understand. Don't take my word for it. You also check it out before you take it. That's why I don't prefer someone telling me sell this now, sell that now. No, you have to tell me, okay, sell this and show me the chart while I'm selling it, so that I can basically understand what you are communicating to me. I'm going to be doing weekly reviews, and I'm going to be doing classes with us in the general group. Anyway, I want us to get matured. This year is going to be a different, not like last year. We're going to be having a back-to-back meetings. Every week we'll be having a section. Majorly, we'll be having a section maybe on Saturday. So we'll be having a section on Saturday, and then that's that about that. So if you don't have any question, I was supposed to do currencies tonight, but I'm not going to touch it tonight because this is weekend and market would have closed. So I will not stress myself analyzing a market that is not running. So I'm going to analyze it maybe on Monday. I'll analyze it on Monday. I don't know when I will do that. I'll analyze it on Monday because I'm also going to start trading currencies now. So I'll analyze it on Monday and then send it to the group so that those that trade currency also can benefit from it. That's all the information I have. Happy New Year to everyone in either arrears or something, but Happy New Year. I pray that we have more profit in our pocket this year, and then we have a great testimony. So that's all I want to share tonight. I will make a video, send it to the YouTube, you enjoy it. But this one, I'm going to send it into the group so that we can all watch it and enjoy it. Cheers. God bless you all for joining. Is there any suggestions before we go? You have suggestions? I want to appreciate everybody. There's no way to thank you enough. Thank you for your support, for your listening ears, for your contributions. Just thank you. You're wonderful people. I appreciate you. Thank you. And those that have been away for long, you will come back. Cheers. God bless. Is there any contribution, corrections, observations? If you do, please, just you can freely share. Nobody is speaking offense here. Okay. So if there is none, wow.